So before I begin my presentation, let me first give you a short overview of what the project is all about. I hope that this short presentation or video would be able to create a snapshot of what we are doing in the University of Perpetual Health in support of the advocacy of the Philippine Space Agency. So please watch the video.
The University of Perpetual Hub System-DALTA endeavors to develop a one-of-a-kind project of launching a nano-satellite through its current partnership with UITM, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and King Mongkut University, Thailand. A unique attribute of this project is the international collaboration between 3 universities and government agencies to promote space project. The project will be carried out for 2 years, in which one U-sized nano-satellite will be developed starting March 2020. Representatives from the participating stakeholders will undergo postgraduate studies at the Faculty of Electrical Engineering and the UITM Malaysia. In the course of the project construction, the involved stakeholders, together with the UPHSD students and faculty members, will initiate the setup of the individual laboratories. In UPHSD, we have assigned specific areas of responsibilities to ensure the successful attainment of our goals. It is also the objective of the said project to involve other universities, especially those who are interested in doing space projects. This project presents the realization of the Global Citizenship Award because this attains specific goals and targets focused on the globalization of the curriculum.
Okay.
The university.
I'm sorry. So that is the short video or a snapshot of what I am about to present tonight. I entitled this presentation, Shaping the World Through a Cube. And this is, of course, inspired by the initiative of the Philippine Space Agency in our country. And of course, as a member of the UNISEC, we embody the same advocacy of PhilSat. So as mentioned in the presentation, this particular project actually embodies what our theme is all about, which is about the synergy of academe, industries, both local and international. So we were able to create a project together with UITM Malaysia and the King Mongkut University of Thailand through our prior partnership together from our other previous projects, not yet involving nano-satellite projects. But because of our effective and efficient collaboration, we were able to be part of this particular activity that was spearheaded by UITM Malaysia. They invited our university to be part of this ASEANSAT 1 project, which we have, of course, embraced this opportunity because we know for a fact that the Philippines is during that time is already shaping up and kicking off with several activities, especially initiated by the Diwata 1 and Diwata 2 project. So this project is a 1U nano-satellite model, and right now we have in our university experience the hands-on applications of some of the parts or components of the assembly and integration of this particular 1U nano-satellite project. In particular, we are involved in the onboard computer and the ground sensor terminals, and of course for the store and forward mission of our nano-satellite. So for the onboard computer, there are several functionalities that we have prioritized, specifically number 1, initiating the data flow among the onboard hardware, the run control algorithm and the logical task, the performance of image compression, and the making of the autonomous decision. So basically, this is the main, or as we say, this is the brain of the nanosatellite, the onboard computer. And because of this experience that was provided or actually assigned to our group, we were able to really increase the human capital by elevating the capacity of our faculty members and the university. And hopefully that with our experience in the actual or hands-on activities for the onboard computer, we could be able to really effectively participate in other future projects of the Philippines and of UNISEC for proliferating space projects. So right now, I am showing to you the members of our project, the UITM Malaysia. Down below is Professor Huzaimi. And of course, at the leftmost part is our Mr. Pong Saturn, or Engineer Pong Saturn of the King Mongkut University. So this particular slide is during the kick-off ceremony, which was last March of this year. And by the way, the overall implementation of the nanosatellite is projected on the 2023 by May of 2023. So we have started in May 2020, actually March of 2020, for all of the conceptualization and all of the planning. And right now we are ready for the some functionality tests. In fact, there will be we will be visiting UITM this coming Tuesday for the actual functionality test in UITM. So these are the members of UPHSD engineering team who participated in the onboard computer: Engineer Edison Mojica, Marcelo Santos, and myself. And we were all given specific tasks, and Engineer Mojica is actually heading the onboard computer, and the other one, Engineer Santos, is the one in charge of the ground sensor, ground station, and myself for the ground sensor terminal. So this is the actual video coming from UITM Malaysia, and this will also be the same activity that we are foreseeing during the functionality tests up to the integration of the nanosatellite. Okay, so right now we have also created our own software or operation software for the nanosatellite, and we are very proud that these were all made by our very own students in UPHSD. In the past, we have really not much idea about how to go about the softwares or in particular the functionality of satellite, but because of our strong engagement with our partners in UITM, especially UPD, because they have been assisting us all along, especially in the procurement for the ground station. So we were able to develop this operation software, and this is ready for deployment upon the completion of our ground station, which is located at the University of Perpetual Health and Las Piñas campus. So there are several functionalities in this operation software, specifically the tracking, scheduling, and the inventory of the various satellites that we will be tracking, and the data that we will be collecting out of the transmission, uplink and downlink of the data from the ground station and the satellite. So there are also a repository of images that we will be capturing out of the entire duration of the lifespan of the nanosat of the ASEANSAT. So what's next? There will be data decoding tools, there will be administration tools, and data inventory that we are also working on right now. Aside from that, we have also deployed few more students for the actual construction of the quadrifilar helical antenna that will be used for the LoRa-based satellite, the Kitsune satellite that is being developed by the QTech. And we are also very happy that we were able to develop and improve the existing design provided to us by QTech for the quadrifilar helical antenna. So we have made several tests as well, and because of this, we were able to also develop our laboratory in the University Perpetual Health. So next, we will be building the omnidirectional antenna, or the egg beater antenna as we call it, and this will be specifically used for the ASEANSAT 1 project. Aside from the technical aspect of the integration of the ASEANSAT, we were able to also deploy few members of our community in the University Perpetual Help to participate in this project, not only for the technical aspect, but as well as for the environmental aspect, which is the very purpose of the ASEANSAT, for it to launch missions that will be actually of use for the environment. And we have also created a group that will be actually in charge of the space laws. And we have also tapped some members of our team who will be working on the STEM space project and the development of the curriculum for aerospace engineering. So this is a sample of the curriculum for the aerospace engineering, which used to be aeronautical engineering that used to be offered by the University of Perpetual Help, Las Piñas. But now we have improved the said curriculum into aerospace engineering from what used to be aeronautical. And we have incorporated several key components in the said curriculum, specifically the aerospace vehicle, space instrumentation, air and space transport economics, meteorological engineering, and aircraft modeling analytics. Aside from that, we have developed the entire program for which is called the Digitech curriculum, where the focus of this is to create a program from kinder to grade 12 that is specifically focused on the Digitech curriculum. And we are happy that because of this transformation of the traditional program that's offered for K to 12, we have now implemented and imputed the incorporation of space engineering in the senior high school, where we will be introducing STEM space activities for them using the ground station that we will be developing, hopefully to be finished by the end of this quarter or by the end of this year. This is also under the DOST funding. The picture that is, and by the time we finish this, we will be able to also launch the other applications of the ground station and in time with the actual launch of the ASEAN satellite, which is projected to be by May of 2023. So because of our partnership with UNISEC, we are now opening our doors to our other fellow universities in the Philippines for their participation as well. And we hope that because of this project, we'll be really be productive and we would really be an efficient member of UNISEC by allowing other universities like us before who endeavored to participate in satellite projects through the use of the ground stations that we will be developing. And of course, through the data that we will be collecting out of the actual launch of the ASEANSAT project. So right now, the PerpSat-1 is currently being developed at the university. Again, this is funded by DOST Fisher that it will be used to communicate with the ASEANSat-1 project. So right now, we have already started applying to the NTC, and we hope to get their the permit by this month or by September. And by that time, we will be able to already operate the ground station in time with the launch of the satellite. So as mentioned, this is the timeline that we are following for the project. I don't know if it's visible to you, but at the rightmost part is the actual satellite operation, which is from January 2023 up to 2024. What's significant about this project is that we have initiated this in February 2021. In fact, a little bit earlier than that, as mentioned to you, around March of 2020. And this is at the peak of the pandemic. And we are very happy that despite some delays that we have experienced, some challenges that is, we were still able to go through and to survive some of these challenges. And right now we are happy that we are already in the flight model stage where we will be doing integration and tests. That's why we're going to be visiting UITM and deploy 2 more engineers for the actual testing, functionality test of the onboard computer. Right now, the ground sensor terminals are also underway, and we are also equally happy because aside from the development of the egg beater antenna that is to be used for the ASEANSAT project, we were able to simultaneously develop the quadrifilar helical antenna that will be used for another future project, which is the which I'll be showing you later on, the underwater sensor, ground sensor that will be using the one that we're developing now for the LoRa-based satellite. So this is what I have just mentioned a while ago, where there's already an ecosystem of not just the technical aspect, but we have also incorporated other aspects of the sustainability of this program, which is the other components that you are seeing here right now: the environment and mission, business and innovation for the commercialization of potential products that we may be able to develop out of our experience in the assembly and the building of the ASEANSAT.
You have 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. So this is the actual, yes, sir, thank you. So this is the some of the exposure that we get. And this is the one that I have just mentioned, where there's another opportunity for us to have another another project with the UPHSD, which is the underwater, or this particular one is for the ground station, PerpSat 1. So that's all for my presentation, and thank you very much for listening.